Tripp can just, maybe play just a little bit patiently, maybe like even just blocking the leg can go a long way there rather than automatically being ushered into the corner. So
absolutely,
if they can just get their game plan going, and again, you've seen the oppression that Tripp can put on their opponents if they don't know how to get out of that string. Again, medium slash after the triple strike does have a gap. If you don't have a meterless reversal, you have to hold it. But then after the fact, you have to know what they're going to reset into. It's usually going to be Demon Flip. We've seen that a lot. So unless Cthulhu is ready with the 2H on that noble strategy, which he's shown. But otherwise, like I said earlier, got to prove it to me.
Got to prove it. And with that too, with the options of other defensive mechanics, things like Brave Counter can help turn those situations around if you're not certain, but you got to capitalize, as the more BP you lose, the more danger you're putting yourself in for future confirms and future back foot situations in the future.
Yeah.
But very good run from the Funny Man. I was really glad to see his tournament performance. Honestly, one of my favorite people to have seen on this stream. Each match, each game, constantly cleaning things up, improving. You could see it throughout the tournament run. And though we say goodbye to him, we see the final two top seeds of this bracket. CrispyCthulu sitting in winner side grands, and Tripp having to win 2 sets in a row in order to be crowned champion of this DragonCon 2024 for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising.
A Herculean task against a Herculean individual in Ladiva on the left, especially for somebody looking all the way up like Charlotta is doing. You couldn't ask for a better David versus Goliath story to cap off grand finals here for DragonCon 2024. But that's exactly what we got. We are going to have a set of biblical proportions between CrispyCthulu on the left on the Ladiva coming from winner's side, and Tripp on the right with the Charlotta coming from losers. So let's get into it. DragonCon 2024 Grand Finals, Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Let's get into it. Game 1.
All right, and we're going to let the intros rock here, as this is, in fact, the final showdown between these two potentially. And we're going to see who is going to take the initiative here at the start. Let's see the round start between these two guys.
Going right back to Fiendrock as well. Round start DP could have been looking for that leg, but still caught him in the air. We're in a good spot here. Couldn't get the 2M link, but already putting Ladiva in the corner, forcing a BP. Going to be huge against a high health character like Ladiva.
And trying to keep the positioning, going for the reversal DP, going to be put in a difficult position. Corner to corner for Ladiva, doesn't block the overhead, but jumps the command grab, and Ladiva keeping the corner positioning, but down to absolutely no BP, into the ultimate air command grab.
Oh, but good back throw there. It is not throw invul until frame 7, so you can meaty throw against Ladiva, and no BP gonna be what takes out Ladiva. Again, getting rid of that first BP round start when you got your offense going first, already enabled on the back end for that to kill. So it's going to be huge here if they can keep up that pattern.
Absolutely, and Tripp already showing the adjustments from before, already coming back in swinging, unfazed by the previous situation, catching the spot dodge with the dive kick, and here comes Ladiva though, able to kick back out, but right back in there with the DP. Tripp continuing to try and keep the offensive.
Oh, but here's where things went south in the winner's final set. That 2H doing a lot of work there. Ultimate Lariat coming out, not quite ready to brave counter it after the fact, so you're holding this corner pressure as well. Gonna backdash, show a little bit of respect to that DP from Charlotta as well as the SBA. They've seen what Tripp's about, but great confirm after the lazy JM.
Into the safe jump, gonna block the noble execution, and right into the button. Oh, does the super! Unfortunately going for the grab, needing the Lariat, but cleaning things up with the EX Lariat, able to close things out. 1-1 on the board.
Shades of 2022 KOF at EVO. The wrong super to close things out, but it goes in favor of Cthulhu. Not an anti-air, but still got the punish on the noble strategy with the close H. Resets in the dual screwdriver, interestingly, but gonna get the damage in this counter hit 2H.
And here we go, seeing signs of the previous set. Cthulhu getting the corner position once more, establishing dominance throughout neutral, getting the clean hit that they need into the extension. Are they going to be able to build the bar to finish it, or are they going to have to set things up to end it all?
Oh my gosh, just going for it all with the SSBA. And then the air throw from Noble Strategy meeting Ladiva up in the skies. And yeah, reversal SSBA. They were able to punish it last time, but a little bit too far for the 2M, so they were going to have to hold that. letting it rip with the DP. Tripp getting a little bit too uncomfortable there to close things out. They had the momentum going in, but again, got a little bit off the rocker in that first round. But Cthulhu able to still maintain their nerves of steel, and they are up 1-0 and off to a good start here in game 2.
Absolutely. Cthulhu really not letting that first round phase him at all, and going back to keeping up the original strategy that brought him to grand finals here today. Into the ready to go 2H. Ladies and gentlemen, this is someone who plays fighting games. This is someone who's aware of whiffing buttons and still being ready for the jumps at all times.
There we go, that 2M into the lariat, but still not a confirm on the part of Tripp, and just letting it rip. Again, no immediate threat there, so that DP was a little bit ill-advised there, but I understand that that's what they've been getting away with to this point here, but we're getting some good mileage now, and a very, oh no, that is unfortunate. You had the stray, but you weren't ready, and you weren't ready to punish the whiff on the lariat, so Cthulhu is right on in there, trying to go for a frame trap a little bit too far for that air throw as well. We are just exchanging some options here, but the low is going to keep things real standard here to close things out in round 1 of game 2.
And good props to Cthulhu, being patient, not trying to just go ham on the punishes, especially if he's not sure, just keeping the life lead, slowly inching his way to victory, knowing that there's not any immediate threat to his survival here in this tournament. And finally, Tripp trying to get some momentum going, keeping the corner positioning, has the screen advantage, but is able to poke out from Cthulhu.
Alright, and yeah, the answer to the ultimate lariat there, and getting the counter hit on the 2H attempt there from Ladiva. Can we get the full corner combo? Oh my goodness!
The awareness on Cthulhu to anti-air at that, incredibly good. Knew that wasn't a real setup, that he could actually act out of and into the ultimate grab. People's elbow. What's the setup?
Tripp, again, all he can do is laugh because he's just been anti-aired at every stop so far in this game. Got caught trying to spot dodge the lariat just a little bit too early on the blue flash, and Cthulhu with a commanding 2-0 lead here. Tripp can't go into the character well. I do not believe that they have a pocket pick, so they're going to have to stick it out with Charlotta. But right now, Ladiva and Cthulhu in full control as we get into game 3.
Absolutely, and already the control is showing itself. Going into that, showing a little bit of the flourish from Cthulhu, maybe giving up the corner position for it, but worth it as he's still continuing to keep the life lead in this situation.
Ultimate lariat there, trying to get a little bit of shimmy. Got a delayed match there from Tripp, so that was a good option by them. 2H not going to get counter hit, but you're going to read the SSBA, but still dodge. Again, similar to Winners Finals, nothing doing there. Got the second hit only, and still going to run up ultimate lariat, so it is tournament point here for CrispyCthulu.
CrispyCthulu showing a continued dominant performance. Can Tripp bring things back? Already off to a good start, getting the corner position. Will they be able to show the offensive sequencing that Cthulhu won't be able to deal with? But Cthulhu willing to give up that BP in order to get the position that he needs in order to come to a clean win.
This time ready to punish the H-Lariat on Crash there. Again, meeting them up in the sky with Noble Strategy. Going to go into the SBA. This should be enough to kill. And it is. High health be darned. Charlotta going to give Tripp another shot at life here. But again, one round is all it takes for Cthulhu.
All Cthulhu needs is one. Good whiff punish, but nothing to show for it. Get put in the corner with the 6-6L, everyone's favorite mechanic in the game. Going to the EX headbutt extension.
Yeah, again, the corner combos are not what they used to be, but still you have the Jewel Resort Screwdriver, the frame trap not ready to quite cancel into it, counter hit on the ultimate layer, gonna go into the heavy headbutt, not gonna be quite enough to kill, combo limit gonna happen, and of course, you end it with the JRS, and CrispyCthulu is your 2024 Dragon Con Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Champion with none other than the Lady of Love, Ladiva.
Ladies and gentlemen.